Hey, Maximizers! Welcome to LiveMas stream number 11. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer, and I am a content coach, and I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales for them so that they do not have to run ads or pay influencers. I help my clients create a content strategy that works consistently for them on their terms so that their content makes sales for them and they are not stuck trying to figure out what to post every day or how to sell in their business. I have been creating content on social media since 2018. I started my first YouTube channel and I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to save money intentionally. In 2020, my clients were like, "Hey, Crystal, teach us how to start side hustles, teach us how to start YouTube channels." And I accidentally became a business coach. Hey, Steph, thank you so much for joining. I accidentally became a business coach. I started teaching my clients how to start their YouTube channels, how to start their businesses, how to start side hustles, how to take the idea from their brain and turn it into a business. My business coach hired me to coach her people. And over the next 3 years, from 2020 to 2023, I realized that I loved helping women make money. I loved being a business coach. And in 2023, I decided I did not want to teach couponing publicly anymore. So I decided that I was going to be a business coach. So in 2023, I became a business coach. 2024, I was a business coach. And I said, you know what? I need to get more specific. What have I done really well in the business coaching space? What have I helped my clients the most with in the business coaching space? And that was content. Since 2018, I've posted around 2,000 YouTube videos across 2 channels. I've gone live on social media close to 1,000 times. I have been a content machine. I have built an audience of 100,000 subscribers and followers across all of my platforms. If there's one thing I do really well, it's content. As a result of all of the content that I have created, I have been able to make close to $400,000 on social media. I've garnered 4 and 5 figure brand deals. I've made money from affiliates. I have been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars selling my coaching, selling my workshops, my boot camps, my master classes. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars online by teaching. I've made over $35,000 specifically from YouTube, Google AdSense, like YouTube paying me. I've made over $35,000 from YouTube. So I say all of that to say, if there's something that I do really, really well as a business and as a business coach, it is content. I have helped my clients create content on every platform. I've helped clients who have YouTube channels, who had Facebook, who've had Instagram, and who've had TikTok. If I can teach my 60-year-old mother how to create reels, and from her reels, she gets clients for her sewing business, I can help anyone create content on social media because my mother is terrible with technology. So if she can create reels with her face and her voice and get clients, multiple clients from social media, you can do it too. So that's a little bit about me. Now, I am in front of you today because I am doing what I am calling LiveMas. LiveMas is my version of Vlogmas. So instead of posting a YouTube video every single day or a TikTok every single day for the month of December, I decided that I was going to go live 25 times. Now, going live a lot is not something that I am a stranger to. I think the longest live streak I had is I went live like 200 and something days. It wasn't always consecutive, but it was damn near consecutive. I did like a streak of like 200 and something days of live. I done 30 days of live, 2 weeks of live, a month of live, 3 months of live. I love going live. My favorite way to create content is live. My favorite way to show up and engage with my audience is by going live. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go live 25 times in the month of December. This is live stream number 11. Okay. Live stream number 11 of LiveMas. You can watch all of the live replays over on my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, I want you to stop what you're doing and go subscribe right now. My goal is to get 5 new subscribers tonight on this live. So if you're not subscribed to Build a Business with Chris, It's Build a Business with KRYS. Please go subscribe right now. The link is in my bio. And I'm going to type it in the chat on TikTok. So please go subscribe. Okay. Like I said, it's linked in my bio. And you can go to my website, KristenMaximizer.com. But if you're watching on my couponing YouTube channel, please go over and subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. So tonight, I want to rant, ramble, and talk about why video content is king. Why video content is superior, in my opinion, to every other piece of content. And I mean video on stories, video on live, and pre-recorded short form and long form videos. This is why video content is superior, and it performs better than any other piece of content, whether it's a voiceover or a talking head video, a vlog, a story, anything where you are moving and talking. That type of content performs much better. But before I dig into that, I want to know who is here. I would love to know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from? And also, what is your favorite platform to create content on? If you can only pick one platform to create content, especially for my business owners out there, what is your favorite platform? I am live on all of my platforms right now. I'm live on both of my YouTube channels, my Facebook business page, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you see me talking to a bunch of people, that is what I'm doing. But let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what is your favorite platform to create content on. Hi, Kawhi from California. Thank you so much for joining. What's your favorite platform to create content on? I am in Orlando, Florida right now, and my favorite platform to create content on is YouTube. I only create pre-recorded content for YouTube, and then when I go live everywhere, okay? So we're talking about why video content is king. And I want to talk specifically to my business owners. I want to talk to people who have a business where they are selling a product or a service that they have created, a product or service that helps solve a problem, okay? So the first reason why video content is king is because video content builds the know, like, and trust factor with your audience. When you are a business owner, before you can make a sale, you need an audience. One analogy I like to use is that you cannot sell to an empty room. What do I mean? I want you to think about an auditorium that seats 1,000 people. This is where your audience is going to be, in this auditorium. I want you to imagine yourself going to that auditorium and setting up a table to talk about your business. You've bought the tablecloth, you got balloons, you got snacks, you got drinks, because you know people love a good food and a drink. You have a PowerPoint presentation. You have physical products. Let's just say you sell lotion. You have your table full of all of your different lotions. You're going to do a lotion try-on station where people can try it out. And you are setting everything up in that auditorium. Now, the auditorium seats 1,000. There's 1,000 chairs in there, okay? But there's a party of 10,000 people outside of the auditorium. You are in the auditorium all alone setting it up. Once your auditorium room is set up, you stand up there and you say, "Hey, I'm Crystal and I'm selling you lotion." You're not talking to anybody. There is no one in your auditorium. You didn't post a sign. "Hey, Tanisha." You didn't make a video. You didn't put a sign on a door. You didn't make an announcement. You didn't set up a radio ad. You didn't go live. You didn't tell anyone you were in that auditorium. I want you to let me know in the comments. If no one knows you're in the auditorium, no one knows you exist, no one knows you sell lotion, are you going to make sales? Yes or no? You have this beautiful auditorium. You have this beautiful setup. You've got your lotions out. People are ready to try out the lotions. Your scents are good. You look good. You feel good. You smell good. Will you make a sale? I see a no. I see a no. I see a no on YouTube. You are going to make $0 and 0 cents because there's no one in your audience. This is how I want you to think about your social media as a business owner. This is how I want you to think about your social media as a business owner. You started a business on Monday, you created an Instagram on Tuesday, and if on Wednesday you're like, buy my lotion, who the hell are you talking to? No one. So creating video content allows you to attract the audience you want to sell to. Now, my last couple of lives, we talked about the types of content that you can create, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But if you want to go deeper on like what types of content I should be creating, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, and you can see those live replays and all the other videos that I have. So, why is video content important? Because you're going to create the video content, and that is what is going to bring your audience in. So when you make a video sharing why you started the lotion business, that's you opening up your door of your auditorium. That's you standing out front of the door of the auditorium and letting people know as they walk by organically, oh my gosh, I'm Crystal and I sell content consistency and cash coaching. Are you a business owner? Tell me a little bit more about your business. You guys chat it up and then you say, hey, if you want to learn more about me, if you want to learn more about my lotion, come into my auditorium and bring a friend or two who you know likes lotion. Then you make another video and you let people know about why you created the lotion with the ingredients that you did, because all the other ingredients used to break out your sensitive skin. So now you're out a little bit further and you're talking about the lotion and you invited more people in. Okay. And then you talk and you invite a couple more people in. And then you make another video and you talk about the reasons why lotion was the thing that you wanted to create. You could have created an oil, you could have created a cream, you could have created like a rub-on bar like deodorant, but people are making that in lotion, right? Literally, you could have created any type of product, but you decided on lotion and you shared the benefits and the pros and cons of having lotion. More people are in. Next thing you know, there's 320 people in your auditorium. So now you can go into your auditorium, which is, think about you creating another video, and you are going to talk about those things again. You're going to let people touch the lotion, see the bottles, put it on their skin, smell the scents, all the things. But now you have 350 people in the auditorium. Now you're going to make sales. Thank you for those likes and shares. I really appreciate it. Now you're going to make some sales. That's what video content can do for you. It is going to help you build the know, like, and trust factor with your audience. And it's going to allow your audience to come into your social media community. And when it's time for you to sell, you have an audience to sell to. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Hey, Mimi, thank you so much for joining. Yes, it's a winning Wednesday for sure. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Now you have an audience, right? Now you have an audience. This is going to also allow you to connect with your audience, because when you make video content, your audience can see you, your audience can hear you, and they can connect with you. And that builds the know, like, and trust factor. If they don't know you, if they don't know you exist, if they don't like you, enjoy your personality, and if they don't trust you, trust your judgment, trust your suggestions, trust you as an expert, they will not buy from you. Thank you so much for subscribing, Steph. I really, really appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, we got 1 subscriber. We need 4 more subscribers to build a business with Chris. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with KRYS. Okay. So Mimona says, but what if you don't know what kind of videos to make? So Mimona, what is your business? Okay. What is your business? And the second thing I want to say, and then I'll talk a little bit more about Mimona's question. All platforms are rewarding video content. Instagram used to be a straight up picture platform. Those days are gone. Every single platform is engaging and promoting video content, and specifically longer video content. They want your videos to be longer. They want you to share more of the reasoning, which brings me to my next tip: sharing your why. Why? I call this connection content. So when you are on video, if you don't know what to create, Mimona, to start off, you want to share what I like to call connection content. Connection content shares the what's and the why of your business as a whole, of your industry as a community, and your story as a business owner. The what's in the why. And you're going to create that content for 6 to 8 weeks without saying buy. Because when you share the why, people will buy. But before you can say buy my lotion, buy my one-on-one coaching, you need to share valuable content about you so that people can connect with you before they go into making a buying decision. So we're sharing the what's in the why of our business, the what's in the why of our industry, and the what's in the why of our story. Who are you? How did you get here? Why did you create this? Does this make sense? Yes or no? Dime Forever says yes. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Mimona, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? I bake and also sell paparazzi jewelry. Okay, so on one specific platform, my suggestion for you, you need to pick one and run with it. Not saying you can't have two businesses, but on one social media platform, we can't sell cookies and earrings. That's not going to give you the results that you desire, because the audience that wants this cookies may not be the same audience that wants earrings. They may overlap. But when you are building an audience, you want to build a niche around that audience. Unless you are a lifestyle person and you're sharing your whole life, I would suggest, in my professional opinion, if you're baking, bake. Now, are you selling your cookies? Are you selling your recipes? Or are you selling both? That's totally fine if you sell the products and the recipes. But I don't feel like selling jewelry and baking on the same page is going to do you justice. So pick one, focus on that one on one platform. Does that make sense? Trying to do both in one place is too much. I share lifestyle stuff. Okay. So even through your lifestyle, you can absolutely talk about both. But if you decide that you really want to be a business, like focus on business, definitely pick one. So for example, I started off teaching women how to coupon and budget. Okay. When I decided that I was going to be a business coach, I started a brand new YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, that I want you all to subscribe to, is all about starting and growing a business on social media, using social media as your marketing platform. Excuse me. I'm live right now on my couponing channel because I know people who watch my couponing content also want to start businesses and also want to make money. But I also realized that I wanted to have an audience of people who 100% came to me because they want to start and grow a business. Does that make sense? So if you have built up your audience as a lifestyle creator and you're able to influence them on their food decisions and their fashion, perfect. If not, focus on one platform. I'm a paparazzi jewelry salesperson on Facebook, and on TikTok, I'm talking about baking. You can absolutely do them separate. You can absolutely do them separate. Okay. But video. Another reason why video content is king is because you can show and tell. One thing from childhood that is really good that we should bring into adulthood as business owners is show and tell. When you are a business owner and you are selling a product, I want you to remember, you want to sell your product as a solution to a problem. The best businesses solve a problem or offer convenience. How are you solving your ideal client's problem with your product? So when you show and tell, I want you to show the product and tell us the why of it. You should never be showing your product and say, go buy my lotion right now. Like, it's available right now at KristenMaximizer.com. No. Buy my lotion, buy my lotion, buy my lotion. No. Go support a Black business and buy my lotion. No. All of that is cringe. You don't share that. You literally show us the lotion and you tell us the story. So it was about 7 years ago. It was actually about 6 years ago when I started Kristen Maximizer. I knew that I was going to have a business my whole entire life. I just didn't know what that business was going to be. I started a bunch of other businesses in the beginning. I started recruiting nurses, and I thought because my day job was recruiting, I would like to recruit nurses at night. Turns out I have absolutely hated it. Did that business for 14 months and then I closed it down. I barely broke even money wise. I was probably in the negative, but I had to come to Jesus talk with myself. I deleted social media from my phone and I said, Lord, if money was no option, what would I do? He said couponing. And I said, you're crazy. I tried to sell couponing classes before. I sold like 3 or 4 of them. Did not work. Was not a good deal. No one's going to pay me to teach them how to coupon. A couple days later, I said, Lord, if money was no option, what should I do? He said couponing. I said, I told you that is not going to work. A few days later, it's Sunday. Sunday's couponing day. On a whim, I pick up my work phone. At this point, I've had 2 phones because I was a recruiter. I had 2 iPhones. I had one iPhone for work, one iPhone for personal. I picked up my work phone and I said, I'm going to CVS. I'm going to Walgreens. I'm going to Publix. I know YouTube pays people. I don't know how YouTube works. I don't know how to edit a video. I don't know jack shit about YouTube. I know it pays people. So what I'm going to do is, because I love couponing so much and I've been doing it for 10 years and people keep on asking me how to teach them, I'm going to just make YouTube videos for a year. And hopefully within that year, I will learn how YouTube pays people and YouTube will pay me for my videos. Posting those videos on August 19th, 2018 completely changed my life. Literally. Do you see how I told that story? And that's just the start of how Krista Maximizer started. But if I would have never started creating content as a coupon coach, I would not be the content coach in front of you today, 6 years later. Do you see how I told my story? Now, I know I'm a service-based business, but do you see how I told my story? Now, if you are baking, me, Mona, you could literally show us, like record yourself baking a cookie and then telling your story about why you created that flavor, when you fell in love with baking, why you love baking, what you love baking, what are your favorite ingredients, why you do, what else do you do? Does this make sense? So you voice over yourself showing us you baking, and then you tell us a story, okay? Show and tell your products. So I became Krista Maximizer. YouTube paid me about 5 months later. I started my YouTube channel in August. I got my first YouTube check in January of 2019. It was $342. And I said, these people have messed up. Because if you are telling me that I can get on Beyonce's internet and talk about something that I've been doing for 10, 11 years that is going to help women and mothers and families save hundreds, even thousands of dollars, I'm quitting my job. I decided that January that I was making preparations to quit my job. But before I could quit, I got fired on my 1-year YouTube anniversary. I had just hit 1 million views on my channel and I was celebrating a year. I had almost 20,000 subscribers and I got fired. Quite possibly one of the best days of my life. And I've never gone back to a 9-to-5 since then. Literally, never gone back to a 9-to-5. Starting that YouTube channel changed my life. I became a content machine. My clients asked me to teach them how to start businesses. And I fell in love with being a business coach. And then I realized the riches are in the niches. Like, I knew this. I'm a business coach. It was too broad. It was too much. What do I do really well? Content. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars from my content. I've only spent $500 in my entire business on ads. Those ads did not give me a return on investment. I made 99% of that money organically from my content, from the videos that I created. The brand deals I got, I've never reached out to a brand. They've always reached out to me. I reached out to one news station after I was at a pitch competition. And there was someone who used to work at that news station. And they said, the news station needs you. So send the email to this person and let them know who you are, what you do, with the link to your YouTube channel, because you are better than the person that they have. They need you. So I sent that one pitch email, and then 4 months later, they finally reached out to me. As a result, I've been on the news over 20 times. Half of those times have come from my content. Okay. So video content has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. A lot of it is from me sharing my story. So I don't care what you sell. I don't care how you sell it. I don't care what your business is. Your story is important. The process is important. Now, Kawhi says, were you mad at first about getting fired? Hell no. I was actually happy. I wasn't mad at all. I cried tears of joy. Every year on my anniversary, which is August 19th, I sit down and I do a live where I tell the whole entire story. Now, if you're watching on my Krista Maximizer channel, you can go type in anniversary and you will see all of my anniversary lives from the past years. And I tell the story from beginning to how I am today. And I give all the juicy details, all the cussing, all the stuff I said, all the stuff I did. I'll be doing it again this year. On August 19th, I usually have a margarita. Sometimes I have crab legs, and I talk hot shit about my story and how I got to where I am. I tell you the bad parts too. The negative bank accounts, the not having enough money, the losing of the bank accounts. There's a lot of times I have not been able to pay my rent. Like, it's been a roller coaster. I've gotten loans. I have 2 side hustles. Even to this day, I have 2 side hustles. But like, I tell you my journey. That also builds a know, like, and trust factor. I'm not perfect, and this is not easy. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I do not have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank account. Being 1000% honest, I have made a shit ton of money in my business, but I do not have a shit ton of money in my bank account. Okay. I tell you the real and raw and honest story, and that connects you to me as a coach. I'm damn good at content. Damn good at content. I can help you with your content. I was at an event for one of my clients on Friday. She is a doctor and she opened up her practice, which was absolutely amazing. She's also my sorority sister. And for years, we do these little CEO retreats where we get together and we like brainstorm and brain dump and support each other. And her practice that she actually physically has now was on a sheet of paper about 3 years ago when we started doing our CEO retreats, maybe like 2.5 years ago. And now to see it in person is amazing. I'm telling this story because I was there, and one of my other sorority sisters, who also would do the CEO weekends with us, she started a podcast, and she started it on YouTube, and she had to show me. So she showed it to me, and she's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "It looks good." She's like, "No, what do you think?" I said, "Oh, you want Coach Chris?" She's like, "You do this. Tell me." So in 5 minutes, I gave her 50,000 tips of what she could do, and she just like hugged me and was like, "Thank you so much, because like you did that so easy and so effortlessly. Like, you're so good at this." And I was like, I know. Like, I know. Like, I'm so good at content. So good at content. And it just felt good to be seen because I've been doing this for a while and I've worked really hard to be good at it. And I am not the viral girl. So if you are looking for a creator who focuses on virality, if you are looking for someone who has super big numbers, I'm not her. I am a product of consistency. I am a realistic product of someone who showed up every week for years on social media, sometimes every day for years on social media. I don't have millions of followers, but I have consistent audience members who want to buy what I am selling. And I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars from that. Consistency is going to win over virality every single time. Every single time. Do you do profile audits? Absolutely. So I have 2 main ways that you can work with me, Mimona. I do have a one-time strategy session that includes a content audit. It's a 90-minute Zoom session where we can create 30 days worth of content together, and it does include a content audit. And then I have my 6-month one-on-one coaching that is running from January to June of 2025. And it is content, consistency, and cash, where I will help you create a 30-day content strategy every single month. I help you come up with a consistency strategy so that you are showing up on social media and for your audience on a consistent basis. And all of that is done to help you create consistent cash, meaning I'm also going to help you come up with a sales strategy and sales content to create. so that you're always making the money that you desire. So the one-time session is $249. The 6 months of coaching is $1,500. It's on sale right now for $1,250, and there's a 7-part payment plan. But if you just want a content audit and 30 days of content, you can absolutely book a one-on-one strategy session. It's 90 minutes on Zoom, and it comes with a content audit. And you get a Google Doc with your content audit, and then you get the replay of the Zoom session as well. If you want to work with me in any form or fashion, I would suggest you join my email list, which is free to do. The link is here on TikTok. You give me your name, your email, your phone number. You can also go to my website, y'all, KristenMaximizer.com. Get on the email list. It will give you a direct link to my YouTube channel and a direct link to book a sales call with me. Sales call is free. It's where we assess if we want to work together. You tell me about your business, where you want to go, and then we figure out, do you need a one-time session or do you need 6 months of coaching? Okay. So all of that is available on KristenMaximizer.com. But the main thing you want to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and get on my email list. And that gives you a direct connection to me, and all of my links and everything that you need. Okay. All right. We only need 3 more subscribers tonight. She said I froze. Am I better now? So you can fill out, you can fill out the form. I'm sorry I froze, but you can fill out the form to get on my email list. Did you hear my 2 coaching offers? But fill out the form to get on my email list, and then you can book a sales call and we can chat about working together. My 6-month coaching is on sale until December 15th, which is Sunday. After that, the coaching will still be available, but it'll be at a higher price point. And that 7-part payment plan will be gone. Okay. So video content brings me to my next point. Video content allows you to be the most authentic version of yourself. I listened to a podcast today. It's called the Spiraling Higher Podcast, and it's all about meditation and mindset. And they interviewed Vanessa Lau. And if you don't know who Vanessa Lau is, she created the Boss Gram Academy. She went viral on YouTube, built her audience. And then last year, she closed and she took a sabbatical. She shut down her entire business, took a sabbatical for mental health. What was the price for the coaching call? For the one-time session is $249 for a 90-minute strategy session. So we're on Zoom for 90 minutes, and we will create a 30-day content and sales strategy for you. You get a content audit, and you get a replay of your call for 90 minutes for $249. And you get a Google Doc with everything that I cover. You leave with the Google Doc and the replay. Does that make sense? So the podcast that I listened to, right? They were talking about mental health, and they were talking about Vanessa when she came back to social media, because she took a year off. When she came back, she tried to come back in her old way, like, hey, I'm here, I'm going to teach her all these things. And then her next video was, yeah, I'm not okay, and I'm not going to show up in the way that I used to. Like, this is how I'm going to show up, the most authentic version of myself. Her authentic videos did 10 times better than any of her other content since she came back. I'm saying all that to say, video content allows you to be the most authentic version of yourself. You need to be yourself 100%. The way you talk with your friends, the way you talk about your business in person, you need to portray that online. If you meet me in person, this me. I'm educated, but I'm from Baltimore. So I can speak slang and I can speak in my very educated voice with all of my proper English. But on the regular, everyday Crystal, I code switch and go back and forth between, like, I say code switch, but it's not a code switch. My natural cadence of talking is to cuss a little bit and to be a little bit educated altogether. I'm not speaking proper English the whole damn time. I'm not. So when I show up on social media, that is how I show up. Now, in my pre-recorded videos, I don't be cussing. I try to speak proper English as much as possible because that's a pre-recorded video. But on my lives, this is me in real life. So like if you were in the room with me right now, this is how I speak. Why am I saying this? I want you to be the most authentic version of yourself online. You see how people talk on TikTok? That's how you need to talk in your videos, but your version. You should always strive to be the best version of yourself, not anyone else. Don't copy anyone else. Don't try to be like anyone else. You make the platform doesn't make you. I want to be, I'm saying this like Keith Lee started a Keith Lee trend. You know, like I'm got it, I try it, I'm gonna rate it 1 through 10. That's a Keith Lee thing. That's a Keith Lee thing. What is your thing that you're gonna create? I literally had an epiphany today. I've only shared this with my biz bestie, and this is the kind of person I am. I'm gonna share this with the world. I had a second epiphany today. Okay. I was like listening to that podcast. This podcast just gave me so much. Number one, I'm the most authentic version of myself. Since I got fired from that 9 to 5, I have been the most unfiltered Crystal I've ever been in my entire life. I love that for me. I love that for me. I feel so free. And as a young Black woman, I had not always felt that free. I've always felt like I got to be better. I got to be perfect. I got to be good, right? Can't be crazy Black woman. But now I'm like, I don't give a shit. My ride or dies are going to be here. If I get canceled, I get canceled. I'm not going to say anything egregious. Okay? I'm not going to say anything that wild, but I am going to be me 1000%. So today I had another epiphany listening to that podcast. And I was like, you know, I want to niche down a little bit more. I don't want to niche platforms. I want to niche my content focus. What have I been saying is my favorite way to show up? What have I been doing for the past 4 months that has changed my mindset in my business? It's going live. So, once upon a time, I wanted to be known as the couponing girl. But today, I want to be known as the woman who helps you create a live strategy for your business. I'm still going to help you with your pre-recorded content. But what I feel like I'm even greater at is my live strategy. When I go live, I sell my ass off. And I don't have to say bye. Just as an example, 2 people on this live have asked me about working with me or coaching with me, or what's the price? What do you offer? What do you sell? I didn't say buy my coaching or work with me before they asked that question. So when I look back over the past 6 years of Krista Maximizer, 5 years that I've been going live is where I make the most money. Most people engage with me in my live. Live is what I do really well. So for 2025, my focus is being the coach that helps you put together a content strategy that includes live streams for you to sell in your business. That is my secret sauce. That is the most authentic version of me. I like going live. I'm not going to suggest anybody go live 5 times a week like me unless you've built up to that. We're going to start with once a week. Once a week is where we start. And you can build up if you want to be a psycho like me, which is cool. I get it. I love it. But I know the power of a live stream. I've been in the power of the live stream. If you know me from my OG days, I once signed up like 30, 40, 50 people in a live. I signed up over 200 people to one of my coupon boot camps. Most of that from my lives. And even if they didn't watch me live, they watched the replay. Lives are powerful. So today I sent my biz bestie a message and I was like, live is it for me. That is my secret sauce. That is my super duper niche. That is what I really, really do well. Content, yes. Live. I want to be known as the woman who helps you sell on live, that helps you create a strategy to sell on live stream. That's the most authentic version of myself. So I want you to do that for yourself. I want you to look at yourself. How can you show up authentically? What sets you apart in your industry? What makes you different? Okay. Who speaks proper English nowadays? No one, hopefully. Honestly, think we could be besties. Your personality is awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. So I want you to ask yourself, what is the most authentic version of yourself? And how can you show up in your videos, in your lives, in your stories? How can you be the most authentic version of yourself and share that with your audience? I'm not saying share all your business. I'm saying show up in the most authentic way to you. Set your own trends. One trend that I set in the coupon community, I answered questions. The other coupon influencers, content creators, they were not answering questions the way in which I did. When I stepped on the scene, I saw the gap. I said, they really not answering these people questions. They're really telling these people to go figure it out on their own. Once I started doing it, a lot more people started doing it. Okay. A lot more people started doing it. Once I created a membership, a lot of other people started creating a membership. I set trends. So now, the most authentic version of me goes live. She helps people with live. And now I want to do more lives. So, in 2025, my live bootcamp is coming back, which is a 2-day. It's going to be a 2, maybe 3-day, but I think we're going to keep it a 2-day live bootcamp where I help you create your live strategy to start. That is coming up. I'm going to run one in January. I thought about it. I'm running one in January. So details will start coming out the beginning of January. Okay. And I got really excited about it because live is what I love the most. I've changed my whole content strategy to live. And by the time I run my first live bootcamp, I'll have at least 3 months of data that I can share to show, like, in the past year, this is how many times I went live. And this is what my audience did. This is how my audience grew. Like, I get 10 followers a day from TikTok every time I go live. May not sound like a lot, but 10 a day, if I go live 5 times in a week, that's 200 followers a month. That may not sound like a lot for you, but as long as the 10 people that are following me are people who want to start and grow their businesses, that's 10 new people into my audience that want to buy what I am selling. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Which I already started talking about my other things, which my next one was to go live and engage with your audience, answer their questions, be supportive of them. And then also I said, when you pre-record your video content, you can show up as your best authentic self. So all in all, video content is what the platforms are promoting. It's what the audience is engaging in most. It's the best way to show and tell your products. It's the best way to show yourself authentically. It's the best way to share your why. If you feel like you're nervous or scared of showing up on camera, I would ask yourself why. I would get out a piece of paper and I want you to go 10 layers down. At the top of your paper, I'm afraid to create video content, and then say why and answer. And then I'm afraid to create video content because I don't know what to say. Why? I'm afraid that I'm going to look dumb. Why? I don't think I know enough. Why? I want you to go 10 layers down to it's at the core of it. I don't know how to prepare for video. I just don't know genuinely what to say. So then you solve that problem. How do you figure out what to say? You plan out your lives. We're not randomly just showing up. We are planning out our lives strategically, and that is how I can help you. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. Make sure you are on my email list. Click the link to join my email list if you're on TikTok. Put your name, your email, and your phone number in to get on my email list so that you can stay in the know, learn about my coaching, book a sales call with me so we can chat about working together to help you with your content strategy. Libby says, thank you for your patience. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. This is a lot of followers. That is a lot of followers who you want, who want what you have. Exactly. And some people forget that it's real people. And I'd much rather have a small, engaged following of people who want what I have, who need their problem solved. I'd rather have 1,000 business owners following me who need support, who want coaching, than to have 100,000 people following me and only 100 of them are business owners. That doesn't serve me. I don't care about the vanity metrics. Like, I care about who's watching. I'm going to give you another example. I see the number 7 on TikTok. I see the number 5 on YouTube. I see the number 1 on Instagram. So we got 12, maybe 13 people watching right now. I don't care about the vanity metrics. I don't care if 0 people are watching me right now. If one person is listening and one person is getting helped, cool. If one person subscribes to my YouTube channel, one person joins my email list, cool. I know I'm going to get to my 800 subscribers by the end of this month. I know that I am going to attract those people who need what I have. If I was to focus on like, I have 50,000 followers on TikTok and only 6 people are watching me, I'm focusing on the negative. The positive is 6 people are watching me on TikTok right now. Let me serve these 6 people. There's one person watching on Instagram. Hey, Sam, let me serve her, right? There's 6 people watching on my YouTube channels right now. Let me serve who's here. You never know who's watching. One of you could be my next client, literally. I have a goal to sign 5 clients this month. That is my goal. I feel it in my bones. I'm going to keep showing up every damn day until I sign those 5 clients. I only want to sign 5. I don't need 7,000 people to watch me to sign 5 clients. I just need 5 people to say, you know what, Crystal, I want what you have. I'm ready to work on my content. I'm sick of being inconsistent. I'm sick of not making consistent sales. I want to snag this deal and I want you to be my coach for 6 months. In my 6-month coaching, you get to talk to me every day. You get to voice chat me and text me every day. Not many coaches are offering out daily unlimited Voxer. And I answer on weekends too because I'm that girl. So like you get so much access to me. So there's no excuse for you not to make progress towards your goals because you are investing the time and the money in yourself. So in my 6 months of coaching, you get to text and voice message me every single day. You get a Zoom call with me every single month. So you are going to be able to grow in the way that you want to with your content. I'm going to be there to hold you accountable. I'm going to be there to push you. I'm going to be there to support you. I'm also not the coach that's like, oh, don't say negative. No, say the negative stuff. Get it out of your system. Better you talk negative with me than with anyone else, right? Because I understand. I've been through the wire. I've been on the roller coaster. I get it. Okay. I understand, you know? Thank you so much for your patience. I've been asking a lot of questions these past few lives, and I really appreciate you answering all my questions. By the way, I fixed my business page. Awesome. You're so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here and engaging in the live. I really do appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. For sure. Like, I'd rather have a small, engaged audience who wants what I have, who need their problem solved by my offer. That's it. That's all. So, those are all the reasons why video content is king. I want to open the floor for more questions. Does anybody have any other questions? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know if this is helpful? Yes or no, was this helpful? If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe. And if you're not on my email list, make sure you get on my email list, okay? My end of the year sale does end on December 15th. So if you want to get in for the 6 months of coaching and be one of my 5 new clients, then you have until Sunday to get that, okay? What would happen once TikTok is banned? Well, we're staying positive. TikTok is most likely not going to be banned. They're most likely going to sell it, even if they come up with a wild way. So I'm not even thinking about the ban. But what I will say is that there's a bunch of other social media platforms that we can use. So, and with the ban, it's not going to go away. We're just not going to be able to get updates. No new people are going to be able to download it. And then eventually we won't be able to access it anymore because when we can't update the app anymore, we won't be able to use it. Okay. But let's think positive. TikTok's either going to get sold and we are going to be able to still use TikTok. I'll be very surprised if TikTok is gone. Okay. And that orange man allegedly says that he wants to save TikTok. I mean, he wants to save TikTok. So we're going to see. But we're going to think positive. TikTok is still going to be here. But just to have a backup plan, make sure you have another social media platform that's not TikTok. I preach one main platform and one secondary platform. So make sure you have a main platform and a secondary platform. And if TikTok goes away, guess what? We will figure it out and regroup. Be on YouTube. I'll be on YouTube. I'm already on YouTube, but I just won't be on TikTok. Because social media platforms come and go all the time. So we're not going to think in the negative. We're going to think in the positive that it's going to be okay. They going to figure it out. And if not, my talents are already on YouTube. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and TikTok just won't be here anymore. Is this live available on YouTube? Yes. On my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, the replay will be up. The replay will be up. Mimona says, how do you keep up with multiple platforms? I was active on Instagram, but I've been on TikTok lately. Haven't been on Insta at all. Okay, so let me explain to you how I run my social media. So my main platform is YouTube. What that means for me is I only create one pre-recorded video per week for YouTube. I batch my content for like 2 months at a time. So all of my YouTube, oh, hey Sam, all of my YouTube videos are planned out for December, January, and the first week of February, and they are all recorded. I only create content for my YouTube channel. When I started in 2018, I only created content for my couponing YouTube channel. I had Instagram and I had Facebook. All I posted on Instagram and Facebook was, hey, I posted a new video on YouTube, go watch it. But I did not take time out of my life and create content for another platform. Fast forward to 2024. I post one video a week on YouTube. I go live 5 times a week. I go live on all of my platforms. So that doesn't require me to manage much. I go in every other day and respond to comments on all of my platforms. Like if someone responds to Instagram live, because I save my Instagram lives, I'll respond to the comments. Same thing on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. I'll respond to comments every couple of days. I am not posting on multiple platforms. TikTok does ask me to post my live clips. I need to do it. I'm just honestly being lazy and not doing it. But it is something that I do need to prioritize. But I don't manage multiple platforms. Me going live on multiple platforms doesn't cost me anything. I have both my YouTube channels on my laptop, and then I have one phone for TikTok and one phone for Instagram because I already have 2 phones. So when I go live, I just go live on all the platforms. So I really don't manage multiple. If you are new, one main platform, one secondary platform. That's it. Do not try to be on all the platforms at once. It's too much. I've been doing this for 6 years. That's why I'm live on 5 platforms at once. But as far as creating content, I only create pre-recorded content on one platform. Working a couple days for LiveMas. I may only do 3 to 5 days this year as a start. Okay. So yeah, I'm doing LiveMas. I'm going live 25 days this month. She says, I want to start a YouTube channel, but not sure what's stopping me. I would say, why do you want to start a YouTube channel? And like, what is your main focus, right? I know you said lifestyle content, but are you focusing on your business? Or are you focusing on lifestyle? YouTube is beta me. I feel like YouTube is the best platform, but it just depends on where you want to be and what you want to do and who your ideal audience is. You just gotta, figure out what is best for you. And really focus on building an audience in one place before you move on to something else. So before I started posting on TikTok, my YouTube was solid. I started posting on TikTok in 2020 because TikTok paid me. And then I took TikTok serious in 2021. I started my second YouTube channel in 2023. So that's when I stopped posting on my couponing channel. And now I only post on my business YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. So go subscribe. Build a Business with KRYS. Go subscribe. Okay. Yeah, and I don't post anywhere else. I post on TikTok whenever I feel like it. What are you doing with the coupons? What do you mean? I'm doing nothing with coupons. I don't have coupons. I do all digital couponing at this point, everything on my phone. Yeah, I don't do anything with coupons anymore. I coupon for myself, but I don't post that content only when I feel like it. I was going to start YouTube for the longest, but I feel like it might be too saturated for what I want to do. Nothing is too saturated. You're not there. So you can't, again, mindset. When you go to the grocery store, there's 50 different types of bread. There's bread on the bread shelf. There's bread in the bakery area. There's frozen bread in the freezer section. None of those bread companies said, I'm not going to make bread because somebody else already made it. Your secret sauce is your secret sauce. That is not for me to decide. That's for you to decide. So if you want to book a strategy session, I'd love to deep dive into this with you, but that's your decision. You have to sit down and decide, which one do you want to focus on? Which one do you want to go in all in? Because you really got to go in and commit. So if you're going to do lifestyle, then it's got to be lifestyle. If you want to do baking, it's got to be you have to pick. No one can choose that for you. Where is your heart's desire? Where is your heart's desire? You got to decide. Make a pros and cons list of each. If you had to make content about one thing for 5 years for free, what would you do? Like, I could do couponing. I could do business and content. For sure, I could do it for 5 years for free. I wouldn't run out of things to talk about, and I wouldn't get sick of it because I like it, right? Ask yourself, what could you do for 5 years for free? And the pros and cons of each. Okay? Any other questions, comments, or concerns? I want to thank you all for joining me for LiveMas stream number 11. We'll be back tomorrow for LiveMas stream number 12. Again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS. The replay will be there. And make sure you're on my email list. You can click the link down here to get on my email list. Or you can go right to my website, KristenMaximizer.com. She says, thanks so much. I learned so much. You're welcome. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic is, excuse me. I'll be back tomorrow evening. Tomorrow, we're talking things time management, making time to create content for your business. How many followers do you need to go live on TikTok? I'm pretty sure it's 1,000. 1,000. 1,000 is what I believe. That's what it used to be. It used to be 1,000. It used to be 1,000. I'm on the list and subscribe. So glad I found you. Okay. So in the meantime, you can, just create content to get your followers. I was able to go live with 500. Okay, cool. That's awesome. It used to be 1,000. You can go live with 500. That's amazing. So just keep creating that content. Keep creating that content and keep inviting people to follow you. Thanks for sharing. I enjoy your content. Yay. I'm happy you enjoy it. I enjoy doing this. And it really does make me happy and make me excited inside. I look forward to it every day. I look forward to it every day. Like, I genuinely love going live. I know some people think that I'm crazy because I'd rather go live than create pre-recorded content. And I have my pre-recorded content. I have a full plan, batch, and schedule. You're welcome, Sam. I have a full plan, batch, and schedule framework that I follow. Like I said, I recorded all of my videos for December, January, and the first week of February. I don't have to record another piece of video content until January for my February content. I can batch, like I'm a content machine, but I would prefer to go live. It makes me happy. The past 2 days, I went live twice. I went live 2 times on Monday. I went live 2 times on Tuesday. So now I'm caught up. It's live stream 11 and it's day 11 of December. So I'm going to do another couple 2-a-days, I think. And then I'm going to take some time off around Christmas. I'm probably going to take all the days off that I'm away for Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to take all those days off for Christmas. And then I don't know what I'm doing for New Year's Eve, but we might even be doing a New Year's Eve style. I think that I will enjoy it too once I get started. Rachel, what do you, is it Rachel or Rachel? And then probably Rachel. Who am I kidding? What kind of coach are you? I love creating content for others. For my own self, I struggle. Okay. So again, you've got to get in tune with like your why. Like, why are you doing this? Deeper than the money. Why do you want to create content for yourself? What does creating content to yourself lead to in your life? For me, it's the time freedom and the financial freedom. Being able to wake up whenever I want, work from anywhere, do whatever I want. The freedom is why I do this, but I enjoy helping people, which is so cliche. I'm also a very good teacher. When I was a kid, I thought I was going to be a classroom teacher. I was a classroom teacher for 6 months and I absolutely hated it. I realized my superpower is teaching adults about money, whether it's saving money or making money. That's my superpower. I'm a very good teacher. I'm very good with helping people get through the process and understand something. I'm very good at that. I also love to talk. So this is by far the best job I've ever had in my life because I get to talk and I get to do whatever I want. I don't wake up to an alarm except for days where I have a call, I have a flight, or I have something to do. 90% of my days, I wake up whenever I want. Like, I decide if I'm waking up to an alarm or not. That is worth it for me. That is so worth it for me. I never say never, but I'm not going back to a 9 to 5. Absolutely not. I will do a lot of strange things before I go back to a 9 to 5. I don't want a product based business, but I will start a product based business before I go back to a 9 to 5. And I don't want a product based business, but I would do it to avoid a 9 to 5. That's why I have 2 side hustles. Okay. And I side hustle whenever I need to. Like this weekend, tomorrow, side hustles on, side hustling on. Um, to supplement my income because I will do whatever it takes not to go back to a 9 to 5 because I genuinely love this job. I love being able to show up as my most authentic self every single day. I love like the fact that I had that epiphany today of like, okay, I'm focusing on live. I'm going to bring back my live boot camps. I plotted out on my calendar when I'm having my live boot camps. I changed it from a 1 day to a 3 days. And I was like, I like a 2 day. I chose all the dates for all of 2025 to be able to have an idea, put it into action, make it plain, and literally do whatever I want. I love that. I freaking love it. Best thing that ever could have happened to me. Like, I get to make money from my brain. I get to make money from talking. Like, I'm getting paid to talk to you right now because one of my YouTube channels is monetized. So YouTube pays me for the ads. So if you're watching on Krista Maximizer, shout out to you. Watch them ads, baby. Because when you watch them, you know what happens. If I say that too much, then YouTube will flag my video. Point being, I'm literally getting paid to talk to you. And eventually, a few of you will become my clients. So this is preparing for my future clients. You know, your hair is cute. I can't wait to see if you rock the twist out. I will one day. I usually will leave it in for a few days. I literally just did it this morning because I took out my twist last night, let my hair sit in conditioner overnight, and then I woke up this morning and twisted my hair, washed it really, oh my God, washed it so good, and then twisted my hair. So I appreciate that. Twist out is gonna be bomb. Identity and relationship coach for young women. Love that. It's my own zone. I want to get to the freedom part. Live stream is not your classroom. You're still a terrific teacher. Oh, thank you. I do. That's what I want one day to be out of the 9 to 5. You are my ideal client. I want to help women who are in 9 to 5s leave them. But you got to start building that runway right now. That's really amazing. It really is. It is. How do you discipline yourself enough to focus on your business without putting it on the back burner? A lot of time management. If I don't work in my business, I don't make money. I can't pay my bills. I can't eat. So I don't have another form of income. I have 2 side hustles, but my side hustles also depend on my energy. I do Instacart. They just approved me for Shipped, and I never did Shipped, but I applied for Shipped like 2 years ago, and I literally got an email today like you can do Shipped now. So I do Instacart, and I travel the U.S. with my sorority sister selling, AKA Delta Greek paraphernalia. So those are my 2 side hustles that I have in addition to my business. So if I don't show up in my business, I don't make money. If I don't make money, I don't eat. I can't pay my bills. So that's a part of my discipline. Second is time management. I plan out everything. So I know when I'm working on my business, I know when I'm doing life stuff, and I just literally put it on my calendar. I don't have another way to make money. Now, if you have a 9 to 5, my suggestion is 1 hour a day on your business, 2 to 3 hours in your day off. I had a 9 to 5. So I'm going to tell you, I started my YouTube channel in my 9 to 5. For the first year, I did my YouTube channel. I started my membership. I didn't really sell too many things. I had my 9 to 5. When I got fired from my 9 to 5, I had 4 months of living expenses. They paid me for another month. So I had about 5 months of living expenses. I was making close to $2,000 a month for my YouTube channel. I had my membership from Patreon. So I was making some money. I'm not sure why I'm freezing. My Wi-Fi in this area has been acting up. So hopefully it's better now. So I had a 9 to 5 and I had a runway of money. So I started this when I had my 9 to 5. So the goal is, if you have a 9 to 5, 1 hour per day on your business and 2 to 3 hours on one of your days off, for a total of 7 to 10 hours a week on your business. So you have to plan that time on your calendar. You'll never be able to leave your 9 to 5 if you don't plan, right? 1 hour a day, 2 to 3 hours on a day off, for a total of 7 to 10 hours per week on your business. You need to set a plan of like, how much money do you want to have saved? So if it costs you $4,000 a month to live, you want to save up 6 months of living expenses. You need about $25,000 saved in the bank when you quit your 9 to 5. So you know you have 6 months of runway. But you also want to be making sure that you're making $4,000 or more a month consistently in your business. Does that make sense? Yes or no? So if you want 6 months to a year of your living expenses saved, you also need to make sure you're consistently making that money in your business before you leave your job. I got fired, so I got pushed out, which I feel like was actually the best thing for me. All the big decisions in my life, God pushed me over a cliff, sink or swim. I be swimming. So that really didn't bother me. Someone asked me if I was mad. No, I was actually really, really happy. But it has not been easy. I have not always had all the money. That's why I have 2 side hustles right now to help supplement. Because when I went through the change of couponing to content, I let go a lot of a reoccurring revenue. I let go of a lot of couponing clients. Like, I closed down my couponing section of my business at the beginning of this year. And then I took an unintentional break for like 2 or 3 months. And it has taken me 6 or 7 months to get back. So I'm rebuilding my clients from scratch. I quite possibly had the lowest amount of clients I've ever had in my business. Because my business has changed and evolved so much. And then right when I was getting my mojo back, it was busy season for my side hustle. So I had a really rough 2023, and I grieved the loss of my life, my relationship, my cat. I grieved all of that in 2024. So it was not until this fall, this is me being honest and authentic. It wasn't until this fall that I got my bearings back together as the business coach that's in front of you right now. Because I made these decisions, I made these changes, then my life fell apart and I could not deal with business while I was doing my personal. So I was serving the clients that were paying me. Then I closed down my couponing clients. I kept my business clients. And now I'm rebuilding and, attracting new and fresh business clients, which I have been able to do, which has been amazing. I've worked with some amazing ladies this year with their business here and there. But it takes time. It takes time. And I am the consistent person, and it's not going to happen overnight. And I have a completely different business model than I had with couponing. With couponing, I was selling really low ticket and I was doing group coaching. So I could sign 10, 20, 30, 40 clients without thinking. Now I've switched to one-on-one. It's much higher ticket. It's much higher touch. It takes more from me. So instead of signing 25 clients in a month, I'm signing 3 to 5 clients in a month. Make sense? So it takes time. And there's been a lot of times where I did not have money, where I've had to get out loans, use credit cards, do side hustles, borrow some money. My mom and my grandma paid my rent a couple times back in 2020. The pandemic time was wild. Okay. I moved out of my apartment, stayed in Baltimore. Like, I did whatever I had to do to make it work. So it's not always easy. but I would not trade this hard for another hard. So I'm going to keep working my side hustles and keep rebuilding my clients one new client at a time until I get to the point where I'm booked out with clients and I don't have to do my side hustles anymore. And I declared that by 2025, I won't be doing my side hustles anymore. I'll still help my sorority sister because she has a massive business and helping her really helps me. But I won't be Instacarting anymore. I'll help my sorority sister for the time she needs me, which is really about 10 to 12 weeks out of the year. Then I do smaller shows for her. So I'll always help her, but I won't need to do Instacart. Right. And I'll just be able to make more than enough from all of my coaching clients. That's my plan. Because I was like that when I had my couponing. I mean, I was making between $7,000 to $10,000 a month, almost consistently for a couple of years when I, had my memberships and my well-oiled machines and brand deals. And I mean, it was just flowing in. I mean, I've had a couple $20,000 months in my business too. So, it's different, but I have to realize it took me a while to get to that point. So it's going to take me a while to get back to that point. I mean, building a new audience and coming up with new frameworks and creating different content, it takes time. Absolutely, it's real and it's worth it. Like I said, I would choose this hard over going back to a 9 to 5 with a steady paycheck, but not having control over my time. Yeah, I'd be fired. I would totally be fired. But I'm going to go because I've been yapping for a little over an hour. I am ready to get in my bed. So I want to thank y'all so much. The level I desire. Yes, of course. It's amazing. You can do it. You just got to keep showing up and being consistent. Okay. So I want to thank you all so much for joining. I will be live again tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining the email list. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye. Oh, I'm glad you learned a lot. You lit a fire in me. Yes, let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. So have a good night and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.